Oh, you know what? When I knew we were going to do the Ninja, I wanted to do a whole summer party vibe.
Yeah, well,
did it work?
It worked.
Okay, thank you.
It worked. It looks great.
All right, so let's talk about this. How clever is this machine?
I know. Well, I'll tell you what. It's a rechargeable can opener, all right? So no more, remember those can openers that we used to have to sit there and twist and twist and twist and twist?
They're awful.
Your wrist starts hurting. All you do is press a button. It does the work for you. It recharges. It's got a little USB plug that recharges. And look at this. It just spins around the top of the can, opening it by itself. So it's basically hands-free can opening.
So you don't have to touch it if you don't want to?
Right, yep. Now I'm holding the can, I'm spinning it around so you guys can see what's going on here. What the difference is, this isn't a can opener that cuts the lid. This is a can opener that actually removes the lid from any can. Huh. So if you've ever had those, the bottom, the top of a can that you've cut with a normal can opener.
It's got that awful ridges on it.
Yep, and it ends up tearing the bag. Now you'll never have to worry about that because, and by the way, when it gets done, it automatically shuts off, plus the button on top, backs off, and then all you do is pop the top off. But here's what I want to show you. It's got a little magnet that holds onto the lid. The lid never falls down into the food, and I want to show you this, there are no sharp edges. So you can't cut yourself. It doesn't matter, there's no sharp edges. I can remember one time.
And you can reuse the lid. Too.
Oh yeah, and it pops back on top. I love that because we've got a little puppy dog at home.
Yeah, and you use a little bit of
canned food.
Yeah.
We use half a can at a time, and then we just put the lid back on top. It doesn't seal it completely.
Yeah, sure, but it's going to keep it in there.
It keeps it from drying out, and it keeps it from smelling up the rest of the
John, let's do colors. So what do I have remaining?
We have black.
Oh, that's it. I was like, okay, we got black.
I have the other ones out here because I have a lot of them.
Unfortunately, we only have what we had, like 400 left.
Yeah.
Now, if you have anybody who has dexterity problems, I think this is a must-have. I love the fact there's no batteries. You don't have to plug the darn thing in.
Right.
I love the fact, unlike regular openers, it doesn't have 10 years of cruddy food stuck inside it.
That's true. And it's not all rusty. And yeah, actually, all you do to clean these is take a damp sponge, wipe them off. They're clean.
That's it?
And yeah, and I love the fact too that, I remember when my mom had that electric can opener that was like an appliance on the countertop.
Yeah.
These you can keep in your kitchen drawer. They don't take up hardly any room at all. When they're done, they back up. And again, the lights tell you how much charge they have on them. 1, 2, or 3 lights for full charge. You plug them in. It only takes about maybe 30, 45 minutes to charge it up. And then it's good. You keep it in the drawer. When it's done opening, you press that button. It turns off, backs up. And then look at this. Well, all you do is pop that lid off. And again, the lid doesn't fall into the can. And
that is so stinking clever.
Look at this. You can't cut yourself. Okay?
That's clever.
Listen, I took a garbage bag out one time that had like coffee grounds and leftover spaghetti down inside of it, right? Yeah. And I'm going across the floor in the garage to the trash can outside. And one of these lids split the side of the bag, and it was like, it was everywhere. Oh, no. And then you're out there for 2 hours cleaning up. You never have to worry about that with this.
And you said it works on any size can.
You can use a little bit, and then place the lid over the top.
These big guys? This is a really big can here.
And it works on any size can. Even these little tiny cans like this, I mean, all you do is place it over the top. Here, I'm going to use one of these red ones this time.
Okay, let me see.
All you do is press the button. Here, I'll show you how this works. I'm going to turn it off so you guys can see this. Underneath here, you can see how that comes back and forth, okay? It grabs the lid of the can. So basically what it's going to do is unseal the factory seal on the can.
That's so interesting.
Instead of cutting the can, it's unsealing it from the top.
Yeah, it's upside down. Does it matter?
Upside down, right side up.
It doesn't matter
either end because they're both sealed off the exact same way. It's almost like there's a glue that the factory uses to seal it off, and then when you're unsealing it, it's popping that glue seal, so it's lifting the can up. And again, I'm spinning the can here so you guys can watch how this happens. When it's done opening the can, it automatically turns off, backs up, and then all you do is pop that lid off. This is one of those tough ones. Look at this. Okay, so now there's no more sharp edges.
That's so wild.
It actually removes the seal. So the top of the can is not sharp, and this is not sharp. So you never have to worry about cutting yourself again.
That's awesome.
I know.
And you think about it, if you have the old-fashioned can openers, which most of us have, you know it's pretty gross.
Right.
Because it's got like 10 years of leftover food still stuck in it, because it's just so awkward. And also, if you know anybody has dexterity problems, it's kind of a sad thing when you can't open a can. You want to make my favorite recipe, and they're like, well, I need help. Could you come in the kitchen and help me open this can? It's nice to have the independence of not having to ask somebody to do that.
Right.
And this certainly is easy. I think it's great for everybody. All right, just a little heads up. Ignore the other colors. They are sold out already. We're down to black. And Rocky, how many do I have left? Can't be many. Okay, guys, I have less than 300 remaining in the black. That's it. And again, you just charge it up every now and then?
Yep, you just plug it in. It's a USB plug, and you use this little plug. It plugs into the back of the unit right here. Plug this into any USB, a phone charger or whatever you have.
A block.
Yeah, right. In my kitchen, I have USB ports built in.
I do too.
So you can just plug them in because everything's USB these days. But I'll tell you what, for